Guys, Springfield has been going crazy, referring to Springfield, Ohio. So here's the thing. Reports of basically 15 to 50,000 Haitian immigrants have basically immigrated to this area here. I would say, bro, high 90% of these individuals are there under some type of like temporary protective order. Basically, for the most part, refugee, escaping from the madman that's currently dominating Haiti right now, named Barbecue. Real name, Barbecue. Well, how about this? I don't know if that's his real name, okay, but that's his name. His name is Barbecue. He calls himself that. Either way, right? And I think the main issue that's going on right now, currently in Springfield, at least, is a gigantic, massive divide in culture. Okay, I'm kind of in the camp of, listen, if you want to bring refugees in, no problem, right? Do your thing. We're helping some people that would have been absolutely obliterated out of a circumstance. Sure, no problem, right? But under no circumstance do you put them all together, because what happens is wherever you put them, the people that were living there are going to be completely unhappy. Right. Mainly because the cultural difference is that vastly different. Right. So if you put refugees in like small pockets, for example, you're forcing them to kind of acclimate to the actual society that we have in the United States of America. Right? Because if not, unfortunately, if you put a gigantic quantity of refugees together, all you're doing is recreating the same environment that they just left. Right. That's all you're doing. You're not really benefiting them in any meaningful way. You have to make them acclimate to American society and culture. Right? And I think that's what people are basically struggling with currently in Springfield. My honest opinion here, guys. But let's continue. Let's go now jump into this video immediately. Name of the video is Furious Springfield Residents Unleash at Town Hall. They don't know how to drive. This is a suggestion via Discord, guys. All right. And again, you're referring to people that are probably adults, right? Yeah, I mean, they spent their entire life driving very differently than we.
And one small town
does that make it better?
With a major surge of illegal immigrants. Bill Mallusion on the ground in Springfield, Ohio, where Vivek
illegal.
Ramaswamy is hearing about the impact of the Biden-Harris open border policy. Many of those people are there through a different program, and some of them are there legally. But Bill, obviously, a lot.
Yeah, high 90%. So why did you say that's weird? That's a weird setup there.
A lot of people in Springfield are not happy.
We can talk about illegal, but.
Yeah, Martha, good morning to you. And I can tell you many of the Springfield residents who spoke out at this town hall meeting last night out here say they're not angry at these 15,000 Haitian migrants for settling here in their city. They don't blame them for wanting a better life, but they do blame the federal government and their local leaders, who they say just are not listening to them. So you can imagine how excited they were last night. Take a look when former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy showed up, got a big round of applause, got a bunch of cheers when he walked in. He essentially handed the mic over to more than 200 of these locals, let them sound off and vent about the issues they say this Haitian influx has caused for their little town. Take a listen.
You know, we could have handled 4,000 people. No, we're not unwelcoming to that effect. But 20,000, when does it stop?
Make the Haitians feel welcome, but they also have to learn our culture. And the biggest thing is,
that's the issue.
Is they don't know how to drive.
So we need less migrants in this town. We can't absorb them.
Okay. Yeah, bro, like, to be honest, they should have definitely spread people out. All right. That's just the reality of the situation here. If you are throwing a brand new culture into literally America's heartland, bro, there's no one more American than these people. Okay, they're not going to deal with it. It's going to be they're not going to deal with it. So why would you do this, right? Like, we have 50 states, put them all over the place. All right, in small pockets, so they have to understand how we do things, guys. Right, and situations like this would not happen, right? Because again, you're just allowing them to transplant whatever they were just recently dealing with into a brand new pocket.
Now, Springfield has made national headlines for over a week now as the
not
influx of
beneficial.
so many Haitians has really stretched city resources and services, and some have even accused its residents for being unwelcoming. Well, I asked those residents last night to respond to that. There are people outside of Springfield who call you guys racist for being worried and upset about this. How do you respond to that?
Why would this be racist?
You know what? You don't live here, so mind your own business. How about coming up and I change your population by 50% and see how you like it?
It is a racism. If they were 20,000 people from Sweden, it would be the same thing.
I don't think.
Wait, hold on. Would it be? If Sweden was under like a coup, where there was like a madman running all of Sweden, like if that was even like a possibility in that country, which it is not, guys, it's just not possible. That's a bad example. Sweden is a bad example. If 20,000 Sweden refugees came to Springfield, Ohio, the response would in fact not be the same. It wouldn't be, right? And that's just because of the culture that is in Sweden. I've been to Sweden many, many times. It's not that far off, bro. But Haiti is very far off, guys. It's very far. We have nothing like it here, okay? And you can walk through Sweden and basically feel like you're not in Sweden. If that makes any sense, guys. That's a terrible example. Let's say like 90s Bosnia. That would make more sense. Okay, say that. Like if that would have been interesting.
20,000 people from Sweden, it would be the same thing.
I don't think I'm racist. I think Springfield is a very welcoming community.
It's too much, bro.
In the meantime, former President Donald Trump has said he plans to visit Springfield in the coming weeks, but the city's Republican mayor said yesterday that a Trump visit is not what's best for his city right now. Take a listen.
As a visit from the former president will undoubtedly place additional demands on our safety infrastructure. Should he choose to change his plans, it would convey a significant message of peace to the city of Springfield.
Okay, so basically what he's saying here is that he does not want Springfield to basically be, I don't know, like a trophy. If that makes any sense. So that's not what I'm trying to say. Like an idol for the most part, guys. Like Springfield will be used as kind of an idol or like a vehicle. What am I talking about, guys? Like a vehicle for something else, basically. Right? I'm sure one of you guys in the comments will help me out here, but you get what I mean. Hopefully.
And I can tell you several of the Springfield residents we talked to last night expressed a whole lot of frustration about lengthy wait times for their medical appointments. Well, just yesterday, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced that as a result of this Haitian influx and lengthy medical wait times, the state is going to be setting up a mobile health clinic right here in Springfield. That's going to start next week. The state is hoping it will help out by meeting some of that demand and cutting down some of those wait times. One of the biggest frustrations for locals out here, guys. We'll send it back to you.
That's great. That's a really good idea. Because think about this here. Once these individuals came here under the temporary protective status, right, they're basically given Medicare. Right? And so what that means is that all of these individuals are going to definitely bombard whatever local healthcare you guys have set up there. That's a fact. You have a whole lot of people coming in that literally can use all of the hospitals and doctors' offices and things like that, guys. So yeah, I can imagine how things are going to start getting slightly hectic just based off of the gigantic population boom. Also, there are two things that I think that are pretty much massively affecting Springfield, Ohio. Right, it's definitely the gigantic quantity of refugees coming from a culture specifically that is the almost complete opposite of the culture of Springfield, Ohio, along with just the sheer amount of people that have just now been dumped onto a moderately small city, guys. But all right, guys, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I definitely think that, well, that's it, guys. No, my opinion is exclusively just those two things are massively affecting the area. They're definitely not illegal. I don't understand why that's a talking point. I think they're using it as like a buzzword or something potentially, guys. What it feels like, at least. It doesn't feel very honest to specifically misspeak when you're broadcasting to millions of people. I don't think so, at least. It's definitely a culture issue. I don't see it as a racism issue at all. It's purely cultural. It's purely sheer amounts of people being dumped into a small city. But all right, I'll catch you guys later.
Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.